passing also.
Oh yes, a lot of similarities there.
Referee is Davis Omweno, the very experienced Davis Omweno. You can see him in the picture there. Together with the assistant referee Cheriot Gilbert and Yembe Stephen. Goalkeeper Omondi Kevin changing his gloves. You can see he's on yellow shoes. And most definitely the player on the ground was jersey number 21, Onyango Frederick. And we can see Davis Omweno there. One of Kenya's most respected referees. Very experienced man. As the ball starts again with jersey number 13, that's Omari Justin. Lobs a long one. Poor control there by Gambareko Laban. As Sony Sugar at least try to show Mathare some little lack of respect here, because if you respect them too much, sometimes you might lose. And the ball goes out for a throw-in. Jersey number 25. It's called Samuel Olwande. Remember, there's also Ronald Reagan Okello playing for this Mathare United side, having played for Kibera Black Stars during the first half of this season in the National Super League. Mathare United also showing what they can do here with the ball brought into the area. But precision is becoming a problem for our players in this league.
Well, it's still too early into the game. Each team trying to size the other. And I think we'll see a lot of that just like in the first game, where it takes a few minutes, maybe up to 15 minutes for you to actually now get to learn the gameplay of your opponent.
Our goalkeeper, Omondi Kevin. Very few minutes in the game played so far, but at least I am beginning to like what I see. Good pace, good vision. I think we're in for a good one.
I think so too. The pace is a bit slow still, but then you can actually see the build-up. You can see a bit of purpose from the Mathare side. You can see they're stringing those passes. They come into this game with a very clear intention of the result that they want.
Most definitely, because the results have not been favoring them in recent time, Mathare United. Good touch there by Omondi. The turning a bit slow. Mathare United is beginning to ask questions here. Maura Daniel. I think he's going to be beaten to it. Very dangerous ball there. And Sony almost draw the first blood. I think the pace of the defenders is a bit too slow.
Yeah, and I think for Sony, they'll want to capitalize on such so that they get a very quick goal going into this game.
And when you look at the kind of ground that Sony trains in, I think speed will never be one of their problems ever. It will not be a problem for them. They get the first corner. Played a short one. I think it is too short and lobs it into the area there, but still Mathare United have possession with jersey number 2, Daniel Maura. Maura with no support at all. He decides to play it home. It is most definitely a very good game of football, this one. All it is missing so far is the goal. Otherwise, both teams are showing a lot of purpose. With David Owino, who is coming in in place of jersey number 27, Tyson Otieno. Coach Francis Kimanzi has decided to keep him out in this one. Maybe play him in the second half. Sony tried to get the first goal very early in the game, showing their intention.
Yeah, I think we're seeing there George Abege with the jersey number 24. If you look at the statistics, he actually has 2 goals so far in the league. He's just 2 goals behind Amos Asembeka, who's on jersey number 9, who has scored 4 times, and those are the 2 lead strikers. But only all as that throwing comes in is that both sides are actually suffering from lack of goals. If you look at the stats, both have scored only 10 goals in 16 games, which means in terms of striking, they have a lot to do.
Most definitely. If you score the number of goals that has been scored by one person inside Ulinzi Stars, then
is what the 2 have scored. Yeah, but then I think Mathare realized what the problem was, and they quickly ran in for Ronald Regan.
Yes.
To try and pile on the number of goals that they score. Because really, if you don't score goals, then how do you win games?
Definitely. He was brought in at least to look for goals. Ronald Regan from Kibera, now at Mathare United. The touches are coming in. Very fast and very organized Mathare United. Daniel Maura in the box, but the goalkeeper handles it quite well. It's called Mondi Kevin. Very good ball handling.
Yeah, but then I think, Peter, you can also say that was very good intention from Mathare. You could see the pass came straight.
Went straight for goal.
Yeah, went straight for goal.
Showed the intention, didn't shy out. It is most definitely something that Mathare United have been lacking for some time now. And going by the statistics and their position in the league, it definitely hasn't gone well for them. Jersey number 6 playing Owino George. Very bulky player, this one, Owino George. One of the players at least that can scare you in the Mathare defense. You need such in defense.
And he comes in with a lot of experience.
Comes in. And I thought there Mathare United were going to get their first goal of the afternoon. Not doing badly so far, Mathare United. It is a pity they are not doing very well in the league, but so far, in the last few minutes of this game, we have seen a Mathare United that looks rejuvenated. A Mathare United that is showing a lot of purpose. The only thing they haven't done is to turn the purpose into goals and the goals into wins.
Yes, that's true, because if you don't score, then you don't get a win, unless you depend on own goals.
Yeah, and the problem is own goals are not really wanted most of the time.
Yeah, no one comes to give you own goals. They come to
nobody
their own
gifts
goals.
you with goals. Most definitely. Never seen Santa carry goals for anybody. They get a throw, Sony Sugar. The referee says a poor throw was taken there. Mathare have a free kick. And they start with their goalkeeper, Luis Opio. Mathare United need to put their game down, because I always knew Mathare United to play the ball on the ground. So it is always a problem when you play Mathare United and you keep the ball up. 10 minutes on the cards. Mathare United, Sony Sugar still 0-0 here at the Ruaraka Stadium. Remember, you're on Bamba Sport and Kiss TV, where it's live and free. Mathare United showing a lot of purpose in the last 10 minutes.
Yes, they seem to have mastered the game better than Sony, because you can see Sony are still trying to search for their own formula to get around Mathare.
And it definitely He definitely wanted to lob it behind the goalkeeper, but that was very ambitious of him.
That's the one you'd expect to hit a bird and come back to goal.
Most definitely. That was, in fact, even the distance. You must be very confident.
A bit too ambitious.
You must be another Peter Crouch to do that. They don't come easy, those ones, do they? Highwood at the center of the pack. I think those three changes that Coach Kimanzi and Salim Ali have made, at least Mathare United look a bit more solid.
Yeah, they do. And remember, they have 2 draws. Remember, they had 5 straight losses. Took the squad a little, got a draw, and got another one at Zoo. And you can see that the changes, Kimanzi is definitely eyeing a win by bringing all those changes, Royal Cal being one of them.
Yeah, because nothing short of a win will be good enough for Coach Kimanzi, owing to the fact that he's sitting pretty at the bottom of the league. It's not looking good. Jersey number 2, Daniel Mwangi, coming to take a free kick for Mathare United. Lobs it into the area, and it's headed out for a corner.
Yeah, and Peter, when you actually look at Mathare's plan for this game, other than those changes, is that they must have looked at also the record book so far in this season, where other than a win in March for Sony over Sofapaka 1-0, they've not won away in 8 straight games. So I think looking at that, they're like, this is a team, once we take our team, we can actually pick a win, because we need it ever since we beat Gore in April.
Most definitely. They think Sony Sugar is beatable. As the corner comes in, long, is headed across goal very dangerously, but the referee comes to the aid of Sony Sugar. Goalkeeper Kevin Omondi, not really in a hurry. Wearing jersey number 35. Takes in a very slow goal kick. Lobs it up there, trying to play with Ademba Victor. You can see the back of Benjamin Mosha. And now jersey number 8 playing Laban Gambareko. Could control his ball there. And the referee awards Mathare United a free kick to be taken by player jersey number 25, Samuel Olwande. Starts it short. Very nice football from Mathare United now. Very confident.
So far very impressive. But remember, this is a very youthful squad, and anyone will tell you when you have a very youthful squad, they want to play that kind of show of football, which could partially explain where they are at the table, because is it about the results or about the game?
Yes, because when you want to go up there, you must have. But you know, for the young men, having fun with the ball is more important to them than a win.
Yeah, but then
until they sit somewhere and realize they're going to be relegated.
Yeah, that's true. But then now in the top league, most teams will actually go for experienced players and the effective game, which is pick up the wins.
Yeah,
forget about the fancy football. The fancy football, you leave it to the school games.
Most definitely. Very interesting school games this time round. Mathare United with a free kick. Can see the readiness. And Moura brings it. Nobody is attacking the ball inside the box. It's definitely not a good one. In the middle of the park there for Mathare United. It has been too many passes together. I think the ball should be better moving forward. Olwande for Ordor Crispin. Crispin with a nice touch into the box there, but Joseph Omweri was there. First time I heard about the name Omweri.
Okay, don't go there.
think I was in primary school. Jersey number 16, playing his football for Mathare United, David Owino, sat out the last time out. Today he comes in to replace Otieno Tyson. There he is with a free kick into the box, cut out really nicely. I think they are under strict instructions to put all the balls in the box. Looks like
Well,
this.
that seems to be the case. Get the ball flowing from the second phase to the third, try and knock them home. But then you can also see from Sony's end, they're actually just soaking in that pressure.
Yeah, I
Probably then their gameplay now would be to go with the counters.
I think that is the only route they have to go, because after soaking too much pressure, then there's no other way other than to try and get Mathare United on the counter, as they get a free kick now to be taken by Ademba Victor. Starts it short. Ademba Victor plays with Justin Omari. With a turn, Justin Omari look for Mosha. Mosha again plays it wide. Sony Sugar beginning to ask questions of Mathare United. Good game of football. As we see Sony Sugar with a throw, swinging 2 or 3 passes together, lobs it into the Mathare danger area, but goalkeeper was there, Otieno Opio Luis. It is coming to a place where goalkeepers will have to show what they are made of today, because definitely both teams are going to go for goal. They haven't been scoring much, so they will need goals.
They both need goals, 10 apiece in about 15 games. In fact, they've conceded more than what they've actually scored. So that department is definitely a problem for them.
So they actually owe themselves goals.
In fact, Mathare has conceded 15 compared to Sony, who's conceded 12.
So they could be on a -5.
So they're on negative.
Oh.
So the quicker they start getting those goals and changing the outlook of the goal difference, the better it is for all of them.
Yeah, the better it is. There is Francis Kimanzi going to sit next to Salim Ali on the Mathare United bench. Cross comes in, and it's danger for Mathare United.
That was dangerous, Peter,
That was
but I
very,
think
very dangerous.
also very slow reaction from Sony.
Sony Sugar did not anticipate the ball will come so well.
Yeah, that is a rebound that should have been punished if you're really looking for goals in this game. But then, Peter, I think as we go on, we have to mention some key talking point. Is that in this game we have sibling rivalry. We have Uche for Sony, Frederick Onyango,
Yes.
playing against his brother Crispin Oduor. so to be interesting to see who comes out tops.
Most definitely, sibling rivalry is some of the sweetest football you'll ever watch.
Yeah,
Because everyone wants to outplay the other.
especially the smaller sibling wanting to get the better of the bigger one, because
Definitely.
probably was bullied
Most
when he was
definitely.
growing up.
Big brothers are always bullies. As they try to get a goal, Mathare United. Another slow reaction there from them. But at least we are seeing some positivity in the Mathare United style of play. Poor quality ball there from Sony Sugar. Earning Mathare United a throw. Odor Crispin crosses it low, but very slow. Telling you the impact of 2 boots on 1 ball. Can actually see Coach Kimanzi speaking to his boys, gesturing, showing them what to do. If there's a Deki Manzi needed points, it's today. 21 minutes on the cards. Mathare United nil, Sony Sugar nil. A throw for Mathare United. You can see referee Omweno speaking to Joseph Omweri, jersey number 17. Olwande gets the free kick. It was a very slow reaction there from jersey number 16. Call him David Owino. Sometimes if you don't anticipate the ball, sometimes it goes right through your legs. I say right through your legs.
But then it's part of what we're talking about earlier. Teams get free kicks, but what do they do with them?
Definitely.
And I think we're seeing too many of those scenarios just today in this double header, where they come, but nothing good comes out of them.
Yeah, I think it is one area that most teams need to do a lot of practice on. As jersey number 24 plays very good football there, Georgia Bege. Mathare trying as much not to concede a corner. And there they have it, jersey number 20 for Sony Sugar, Victor Ademba. I can see Ezekiel Akwana. Ezekiel Akwana is one of the all players and coach. Playing good football. Has always been his style, Ezekiel Akwana. Alongside Ouma there. Nice. Davis Omweno has a lot in his hands today.
Yeah. And you could hear the fans shouting, toa kadi hapo.
Yes. They definitely want to control how the referee
I think
does his job.
they felt other than awarding the free kick, he needed to fish out a card.
And you see, it was definitely a poor tackle there. Frederick Onyango. Let's see what this free kick brings. It goes far and wide.
Another wasted free kick in the game. Yeah, so Frederick Onyango, the one we're talking about, Uche, trying to come out tops in this game over his sibling Crispin on the other end.
Most definitely. I think this season, the goal of the season might come out of a free kick. Because if you see so many going out and being played badly, the one that will be played well will be very good.
Special one.
A special one. Looking at Asembeka, jersey number 9. Lanky player for this team from the Sugar Belt of Awendo.
Actually, he's a go-to guy for Sony. 4 goals so far in the season. He is their top scorer.
Omweri Joseph lobs it in there. Somebody trying to get a free kick right in the face of referee Umeno. But you definitely don't get those ones so easy. A good touch coming in there from just number 25, Samuel Olwande. This game is a bit more open than the first one, using the spaces correctly. Both teams here. Sony Sugar most definitely having traveled very far to come to Nairobi are not going to give 3 points away very easily.
Well, they didn't travel just to give out those points.
Most definitely.
But then...
Good touch there by jersey number
Yeah, that was a
17.
good one. But then as they look for an edge in this game, they have to remember their away record there and look very good.
Yes.
As I mentioned earlier, 9 games. They beat Sofapaka in the first away game. But then ever since 8 games
Away.
after, they're yet to win.
And for Mathare United also, somebody said that in the African culture, you don't disrespect your elders. They beat Gor Mahia.
Oh yeah, they
And
did.
since then, it's been trouble all over.
Actually, that was quite a surprise, but I think also the pressure of beating Gor got to them because right after that game, then 5 straight games, they lost. And everyone was looking out for that formula that made them contain Gor. And 5 games later, they're wondering what happened to the 2008 champions.
Yeah, it is definitely questions. A lot of questions were asked about that. This game being played very fast. Both teams showing a lot of urgency. Both teams showing a lot of urgency in this one. As we have another free kick for this Sony Sugar side. Coming to take the free kick, just number 26, Onyango Alfred, team captain. Kicks it in a manner likely to suggest the ideas were lacking. As the goalkeeper for Mathare United, Opio Lewis, starts slowly there with the winner, George. I think he's the man with the most experience on the Mathare United side.
George Owino.
Of course.
Oh yes, of course. But then you also have to remember Crispin has also been there. And I think from the team that won the league in 2008, he was part of that.
He was part of that team.
So 2 experienced feet surrounded by very young, promising talent.
Definitely.
And I guess that's why they're there. They need to bring that out.
Yes. It's actually a very good blend if it works.
It's a good blend for the long term. But then for the short term, their position being 18th in the league then looks so good for them. But I think progressively, if the team plays the way they do and they build up on the talent that they have, then I think in the next 2-3 years, then this is the team you'll be wanting to look
That was
at.
an almost match of wrestling there from Asembeka. Ball being played well. Look at 16 on the back. Playing very good football, David Owino. Trying to justify the confidence that Kimanzi has in him. Benching Ashinga Victor in his favor. Then he's got to play like he's doing. Both teams using the field openly very well, and the length and the width of the pitch being used very well by these 2 teams.
Yeah, that's very true. You can see on either wings, they're using those pockets very well, especially Abegi on the right, trying to bring in those crosses. But you can actually see that he does not have chemistry.
Definitely.
With his forward line. Because
Salim Ali there staring at the referee, I guess, because there was a late tackle there on a Mathare United player who is now down. Right in the face of referee Omweno. Let us see what happens. I'd love to see that. Ronald Reagan, jersey number 15, together with Crispino Socheng, speaking to coach Salim Ali.
yeah, you can see he's taking the quick opportunity to try and tell them what they need to farm up in the game.
Definitely.
As one of their players is being attended by the paramedics.
I think these are his top 2 marksmen, or the men from whom he expects to get goals. And definitely he will have a tete-a-tete with each one of them at every opportunity. Players laughing there with the referee. I think the new age football is actually a joy to watch. It was so difficult for years gone by to see the referee and players laughing together.
Yeah, but I think that's what we know of Omweno.
Omweno,
some call it a very deceptive smile. He smile with you, and then the next minute he gives you a card.
Yeah. While still laughing, we are laughing with you. It reminds me of Luigi Colinia.
Yeah, I think that's what the Mathare players were complaining about.
Yeah, because
being
Ngori
clipped
Martin
from the back.
was clipped from the back. And you know it's very dangerous being clipped from the back. Because that could easily cause you a very serious injury. Referee Omweno seeing things that I can't. I guess it was a handball somewhere very close to him in the center of the park there. Mathare United getting more free kicks than Sony Sugar. If only they could use them to their advantage as the ball is lobbed into the box. Sometimes I wonder why we kick the ball like that way. There's nobody, the goalkeeper, you just like you're gifting the goalkeeper with the ball.
Yeah, I think it's a sense of urgency but lacking on precision. It's a free kick, so you just kick it without particularly seeing where it's supposed to go to.
Yeah, most definitely, you're right. It is becoming very entertaining, this one. Mathare and Sony still goalless here at the Raraka Stadium. Jersey number 8 playing very good football with a very long name, Laban Gambareko.
Yeah, Laban Gambareko is one of the new arrivals at Sony on a 6-month loan from Chemelil Sugar.
So difficult looking at goalkeeper Kasai on the bench.
Where would you expect him to be?
Between the posts.
And what would happen to Louis then?
That's the question.
Well, they always say the top is the one who stands in the pitch.
You know, you're and I don't know, humanly, there are those people you only see between the posts. You're not even used to seeing him. Even in the street, you're not used to seeing him.
Well, so but he started out somewhere before he got to the pitch.
Definitely.
And I think it just goes to say that the opposition and challenge is getting from Louis.
And football is even getting better as it becomes very difficult, very dangerous there for Mathare United. But at least they concede a corner out of the boot of jersey number 23, Linux Ogutu, denying Gambareko an opportunity there. He would have been one-on-one with goalkeeper Luis Opio, which would have definitely cost Mathare United a lot of problems. Have a corner now. Let's see how it works out, this one. The ball is lobbed into the area there. Goalkeeper punches it out. Not very convincing. As they come with just number 9, Sembeka Amos. Asembeka Amos with a cross again, teasing cross into the box. But Mathare United rescues the day. They live to fight another day, Mathare United, as they themselves start their own attack. I think with more attack-minded players, Mathare United would be a good team for the long term.
Yes, something we spoke about before. But then just going back there, I think they've done well to kill off that challenge, especially on Laban.
Yeah, he played
because that was very risky. It would have been a one-on-one, and you know what happens to one-on-ones.
Yeah, Ogutu played very well. You can see Ademba going back there to take a sip of water and still get one or two words that could help.
Yeah, from
Coach
Coach
Salim Babu. Himself a very good player.
Yeah, very good. We can also see Francis Kimanzi there looking a bit apprehensive.
Yeah, Kimanzi not looking very happy, but at least he's not chasing the game yet. And in this aspect, I say yes is relative. I'm saying yet is relative. It doesn't have to happen that way. Good football being played here. The only thing we are lacking are goals. Good dodge there. Nice football, especially in midfield. These boys are trying to show each other who knows what better than who. That's a very hard tackle there. Very difficult not to go down. You know,
of course, that would be a case of a high boot.
That's a high boot. Maora Daniel was clipped by Samuel Olare, and already he was airborne. So, you know, it becomes, you actually fall with a third.
It's a heavy fall.
It's a very heavy fall. Davison Bueno. I'm beginning to believe referee Bueno is having a time of his life. He enjoys his job. Okay, free kick for Mathare United into the area, but again Sony Sugar save the day for themselves. A cross comes in, nobody to finish up, and there's a goal mouth melee there. It goes to the advantage of Sony Sugar. See the kind of war there is in the center of the park there.
It's a battle for the ball.
Everybody wants a piece of it. Everybody wants a piece of this ball. I think the second half is going to be more open than this first half, and we are really going to enjoy football here. Looking at Sony Sugar and Mathare United, definitely you will notice the goalkeepers are sitting for very long spells without handling the ball.
Well, yeah, they've not had too much to do. You can see the battle is right at the heart of the pitch, where I'd say both teams are trying to sock in, but then that offense that should get us the goals is what we're looking out for, aren't we, Peter?
Yes, that's that moment of magic, that one. But I believe both of them are looking for goals, because the kind of dry spell they're undergoing in terms of goals here is actually a very big problem for both sides. Manzi, the two tacticians for Sony and Mathare respectively. Good touch of the ball coming into the box, but Samuel Olare was there, wearing jersey number 3, trying to take control. I think Gambalero Laban was not very happy when he lost the ball in the center of the park there. We are on 40th minute. Mathare United nil, Sony Sugar nil. Remember, you're on Bamba Sport and Kiss TV, where it is live and free. Sony Sugar now on the ascendancy, showing purpose here. Very good display of football for the last 40 minutes, Corey.
Yes, that's very true. In fact, I think we're seeing a very clean game. We're not seeing cards. We're not seeing the challenges that we saw in the game before, although there are just a very few instances. It's an enjoyable game, I must say.
It's an enjoyable game that it's almost unbelievable that these two teams are not scoring so many goals. But on the part of entertainment, oh, we are having a party. Playing good football there, Samuel Olare. I'm one person who fears back passes. You never know what will happen with the back pass. Good touch there from Mathare United. You can see the kind of idea they have, Mathare United. The execution just hasn't been correct. Jersey number 10 playing there for Sony Sugar. Benjamin Mosha lobs it into the box there. Mathare United trying as much as they can to be able at least to be a goal up at half time. Gives the team a lot of morale in the second half. Owino David. Owino David. Yes, he scored. It is a very, very entertaining game so far. 16, David Owino. Remember, he's coming in for Tyson Otieno. Kimanzi changed a little in his tact for this one. And this had looking for a penalty.
Well, a bit too predictable. Well, you can see the national team coach there, Stanley Okumbi, watching very keenly.
With Zedekia Zico Otieno.
Yeah, and a few officials from Nairobi branch also.
You can see Bob Munro.
Does he ever miss a game, really?
This man never misses a football game.
Yeah, he'll never miss anything to do with Mathare. Always been there for the squad.
Mathare is Bob Munro. Bob Munro is Mathare.
Yeah, he's been supporting the team for very many years now and keenly follows the progress, whether they do badly or they do well.
Most definitely. Those are some of the big names in Kenyan football. Very, very nice football coming from Mathare United. Considering where they are positioned in the league, then today is one of those days. They've played good football, but the execution in the last third is becoming a problem.
That's where the problem is, and that's where the problem has been. And you thought by bringing in your Ronald Reagans, then that should actually change. But so far, we're yet to see that.
Yeah, because if you look at most teams in this league, their strikers are mostly very experienced players.
Yes, that's true. But bringing in someone from the lower tier than NSL, very good striker, especially in his league, helped his team get promoted, Black Stars.
Yes.
And it is hope that he'll carry that specimen that he came up with from the NSL to the KPL.
Mathare United looking for a goal now. But it's a bit, and I think one of these runs by this Abege George is going to yield something as a cross comes into the area there. Goes the whole width of the pitch. Nobody to give it a touch. I think those runs have become synonymous with George Abege.
With Abege.
Because he's running straight at defenders, and that is a very dangerous person who comes straight at defenders.
Well, he carries a lot of experience with him from City Stars, went to Bandari, coming to Sony. But then the concern still is he whips in those crosses. Where's Sembeka to meet them?
Yeah, Sembeka is a bit slow on the takeoff, and I think it would be better if Sembeka was at least at the same pace with Abege. I think they would have caused Ongori and Olwande a lot of problems.
Yeah, but I think it's a matter of time. One of those crosses will get a connection, and that could just spell the difference in this game.
Yeah, he is again, and he gets a corner. 1 minute of stoppage time added in this first half. Quite a good turnout. Quite a good turn up there. Can see the players doing some man-to-man marking. The ball is lobbied into the area, but referee Omweno decides enough is enough as the goalkeeper speaks to his colleague Ongori Martin. I think he was telling him, you should cover me more as I seek divine power to also cover me in the second half, and thanking the power up there for a good first half. That was almost a goal there by David Owino, although the header was feeble.
Yeah, the header was feeble. The delivery was a good one.
The delivery was absolutely top notch. But when you look at such a delivery, and okay, at least he got at the end of it, you still can see there's some hope.
Of course, there's hope. There's a lot of hope in this game. You can see a lot of quality. It's just the finishing that is lacking.
Yeah, and that is the one thing that Kimanzi will try first to survive and then deal with at the close of the season. Because right now, without a window anywhere to get players, it is becoming a bit difficult. You can see the tackles were coming in thick and fast.
Really thick and fast. Challenges everyone to get a piece of that ball, to build it up and to look for the goals.
Okay, it is half-time right here at the Ruaraka Stadium. It is Mathare United nil, Sony Sugar nil. Chieng becoming very physical here. Mondi, Kevin. Bringing in very good balls there, Mathare United. Only sometimes the passes go blind. Good football display, can they finish? Jersey number 20, playing good ball, Ongori Martin. Trying as much as they can, at least to move from the rock bottom of the league, Mathare United. At some point it was almost impossible one day to mention Mathare United and rock bottom in the same sentence.
That is very true. It's a very unfamiliar position for them. Considering this is a team that has played in the top 8 severally, and just not too long ago in 2008 they won the league. They've been second, so to be bottom is a surprise. And I think even at some point in the season, the coach got a contract renewal, and people wondered how when you need to get a coach to up them up. But it was made clear that the plan is bigger than this one season.
Let us hope that in the long term they will not be in a totally different league come next season. Because if the plan is big, then they should be assured of survival by now.
Well, looking at the points at the bottom of the table, is that a win catapults you 3-4 positions.
Most definitely.
So at this point of the season, there's nothing to be alarmed about, because if you string up 1, 2, 3 wins, then you kind of move to mid-table.
But if I was rock bottom, I will definitely be alarmed.
Well, I think it's because people look at the top and the bottom, but with a few good performances, and hopefully it begins here, then you begin to rise and move away from that relegation trap though.
Let's hope Kimanzi knows that better than we do. A Sony Sugar Stream, 2-3 passes together. Nice touch, but very physical football being played on the left side of the pitch. Changes direction of the ball there. A good to Lennox, but to nobody in particular. Mosha with a nice touch at the center of the pitch. The ball is on the ground 24/7. That is what we say, meaning all the time. Kimanzi has always been a coach that will tell you to keep the ball on the ground. That has been his style. As we watch Ongori Martin do his thing there. Good football by Ongori Martin, but his pass goes haywire, and they get a throw, Mathare United. Ongori Martin again. A very good ball dribbler. Into the danger area, Mathare United. Can somebody shoot from there? Can they find something? The home team, can they find something? Or are we seeing away teams come to scoop points this weekend in Nairobi?
Well, everyone who travels, you aim for maximum points.
Already Ulinzi has taken theirs.
FC Leopards have also done that.
FC Leopards
taken theirs against Bandari.
FC Leopards have also won against Bandari. And now Mathare United are playing Sony Sugar. With the goalkeeper wasting time, you would think they are leading.
Well, it's too early to begin to even think wasting time.
Yeah, that was a bit too slow.
I think that's the reason why.
There's an injury there.
Yeah, so I think that's the reason why.
But it had to happen to Ongori. He has been staying too long with the ball, and sometimes it is very dangerous. Looking at the kind of cutthroat competition that is in this league, definitely your opponent is bound to.
And especially looking at the Sony side, they've been really physical. and a physical challenge, they're bound to come out on top,
Definitely.
which they've done severally in this game.
So it is becoming a bit of a problem for Martin Ongori. Sometimes he dribbles too much, allowing the Sony Sugar players a lot of time with him. Goalkeeper Mondi Kevin coming to take his goal kick. Lobs it. Oh, referee Omweno. I thought otherwise, but it's okay. We are in the 60th minute. Mathare United nil, Sony Sugar nil. As jersey number 3, Samuel Olare. And Odor is down.
Siblings.
Sibling rivalry. Siblings clobbering each other there. The touch coming very well into the wide areas. Jersey number 17 playing football very well. Joseph Omweri, an astute defender for this club, Sony Sugar. He's one of those players on this pitch that has been there, done that, and now most definitely giving his heart out for Sony Sugar. Free kick. Definitely it was going to be kicked very, very hard. I'm beginning to think that very few goals are going to separate these two.
Well, the game is at the point where it's calling for that one player,
That one moment of magic.
who can get that magical moment to separate the two.
So far, I've not seen any. I hope both the coaches, Salim Babu and Francis Kimanzi, have some game changers on the bench.
Probably that's the game plan, that wild card that you have on the bench.
Maybe.
Waiting for the perfect minute, probably when the clock strikes 70, that you bring them on and tell them, you know what, get that goal that wins us the points.
And those kinds of players, there's a coach who once told me those kinds of players, although they might complain of not getting a full 90 minutes, such kind of players are very special in the team.
They're very special, and they wait for such moments to turn a game around and actually prove the case of not starting from the bench the next time round.
Mosha
but
gets
coming
out.
on.
In comes Monda. And it is becoming Justin Monda coming in for Benjamin Mosha. Coach Kimanzi not having the most enjoyable afternoon. He's beginning to look agitated, Coach Kimanzi. That one goal that will begin his journey to survival. Is what he really wants. Cliff Nyakea. Can see Cliff Nyakea. Do they get a corner? Yes. Ongori comes out. And Nyakea comes in. Ongori is the injured player. So Cliff Nyakea comes in the place of jersey number 20, Martin Ongori, who has gone out injured. Just talked about his dribbling prowess. But when you overdo things, sometimes even food itself is not healthy when you do too much of it. Trust me, I know. Good football coming from both sides in this second half. Nobody is fearing the other.
That has been in no doubt from the onset. But then we're waiting for that special moment that we talked about that separates the two. Because in terms of the ball on the ground, the possession, they both have it, especially in midfield.
Especially in midfield. In fact, in midfield is where all the players, it's like all the players want to dribble the ball in the center of the park there. I think that is the only place where they have the freedom to express themselves.
Yeah, the trouble has been getting into the third phase,
And
where
actually,
those shots on target,
and actually getting something out of it.
yeah, where those balls that trouble the keepers, and I think that has been the concern.
It is going well for both of them. None of them has conceded. Both Opio Lewis and Omondi Kevin, the custodians of both goals. One, the goalkeeper for Mathare. Omondi, the goalkeeper at Sony Sugar. And they give away a corner here, Sony Sugar. They give away a corner. And we are going to see what Mathare United can do with this corner. Trust me, they need it. Jersey number 16, David Owino, coming to take the corner. Calling upon his teammates to try and do something with it as he lobs it into the area. And the goalkeeper comes out and touches it. And you know, you never touch the goalkeeper in that area.
Well, that is a definite foul against you. You can see that David Owino was very active during the first half.
Yeah.
This is your national school ball winner last year with Laser Hill. He was actually the captain. And you can see he made that big leap from school football to the Premier League.
To the Premier League, that is one big leap.
And you can actually see the potential that he has.
Oh yes, he's been playing some wonderful football.
Yeah, he's one of those players, give him a few years and he ups his game and becomes one of the star players of the team.
And the goalkeeper goes down. Omondi Kevin. I hope he's not play acting. Because what is happening here, if time lapses, no win for either side, we remain with the status quo.
Yes, that's true.
You see how the ball was lobbed up, nobody near the goalkeeper, nobody really physically assaulting him.
Well, there's someone near the keeper.
Yeah.
he can't have gone down on his own.
But nobody really assaulting him that badly. But definitely he has eaten 2 minutes of the game. And I think football is beginning to become one of the most wonderful games in this country. That is why it is called the beautiful game.
Of course, the beautiful game. Beautiful people coming to watch it also.
Yeah, definitely. That's why it's called the beautiful game. Mathare nil, Sony nil. Jersey number 2 playing football. Maura Daniel lobs it into the area, and Mathare United miss a goal by an inch. Oh, it was dangerous.
That was close. That's one of the chances they've been looking out for.
Can see how Maura lobs it into the box. Goalkeeper commits himself, doesn't get a hold of it, and Chris Ochieng, jersey number 9, has a touch of it. Precision missing, and Sony live to fight another day.
Yeah, they clearly survived that, but you could see there was miscommunication between the keeper and one of his players. As he was going up for it, the defender was also going to head it out.
Most definitely,
and
because
they're lucky not to have been punished.
In fact, the goalkeeper should be shouting, because if he says it's his ball, anybody else
should stay clear of that ball.
Most definitely.
Either they survived it, as you say, they live to fight another day. But that was one of those real chances that you expect to have seen a goal.
Yeah, they should have been coming more often, these chances, because they excite the game. They open up even the players, because once you see that you're somewhere close to scoring, you try again and again.
And remember, the chances have been quite few. So you'd expect what comes your way, you put it to the back of the net.
Especially clear ones, like what we've just witnessed. As Abege George passes with the back heel to Ademba Victor. Gives it a big boot. That's what we call a big boot. Jersey number 23 playing very good football there. His name is Lennox Ogutu. Looking at the goalkeeper for Mathare United, Opio Lewis. Comes from a footballing family. So, Mathare United nil, Sony Sugar nil. We are in the 70th minute of the game. Still 0-0 between Mathare United and Sony Sugar. In this Sport Pesa Premier League encounter. The ball is out, but there's nobody on the ground. It's out for a throw, I guess. No, somebody is in, holding his hamstring. Very dangerous place to get injured.
Very dangerous.
Keeps people out for long.
Yeah, more than often. It just means that your day is over.
In fact, George Abege, one of the most important players for Sony Sugar.
He's actually been one of the most outstanding today. We've seen him
most definitely
very well playing at the wing, also going back to defense. Severally, we've seen him at the back.
He's played very well for this Sony Sugar side. And now he limps out, clutching his hamstring. Let's hope nothing serious on Abege, because most definitely Sony Sugar are going to miss him. As the ball is given back to Sony Sugar for the fair play. Let them start. Without even control, the ball is started. That was really something. That is what we call experience. You get the ball in your area, but you're still composed. Shot coming in. But what do we call that?
Miscued kick. Eye off the goal, and so the ball goes out.
Yeah, but that was just too far away. Goalkeeper Mondi Kevin, not in a hurry to look for goals. This goalkeeper, he's not been in a hurry. Both teams. Now we can see why both teams are not scoring goals even in the league. Another foul, another player on the ground.
Yeah, we're beginning to see minutes go away. Keep a bit too slow getting off the goal kick.
You know, the problem is the more we see the minutes go away, at the end of the league we'll see some teams go away.
And I think that simply confirms that Abege's evening is over. Because it's really hard to survive a hamstring in a game.
It is very difficult to survive a hamstring in a game, it's true. Hamstring is one of those places that players dread getting injured. So he's stretched out. You will see who is coming to replace him. Be letting you know. But so far, these two teams look like they definitely are of the same weight. At least for this encounter. Good passing coming there from the Sony Sugar side. Referee Omueno, I've never heard him blow as a whistle as many times as he has done in this one.
Well, especially in the last few minutes, there's been a lot of that. But I guess it's part of his job.
Most definitely. It's, in fact, the most important part of his job. As we want to define him, we'll say the whistle blower. The way they're looking good. But there was a clash of bodies right in the center of the park there, with jersey number 8 playing very difficult football there. Look at that. That was a moment of wrestling there.
Well, that was more of a rugby move. But Sony and the free kick.
Free kick
Rare free kick, I might say. They've not had too many of this in this game.
for them rather.
Yeah, for them, Mathare has had quite a number. But what do they do with it? Let's see if they're more precise.
That was actually a rugby tackle.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of free kicks wasted today.
This, to me, still looks way off. It's very far. Abege is officially out, and Hamisi comes in. Abege is out, and Abdallah Hamisi comes in. Another wasted free kick.
At least on target, but goes straight to the keeper. We've seen worse.
Most definitely we've seen worse.
Going way out. But then I think it had the direction, it had a bit of the power, but not enough to trouble the keeper.
Salim Babu is now on his feet together with Kimanzi. Both tacticians looking for that one special moment you're talking about earlier.
Yeah, because you can see the ball is actually, the game is actually begging for that one moment, that one player to step up and change the fortunes of his team.
So Abdallah Hamisi has come in. I hope between him and Nyakea Cliff, we don't know who has that special scoring boot on his feet.
Well, 76 minutes, we have now 14 minutes. We'll see if that particular player will step up in those minutes.
Because both teams definitely need a goal. Like it is being looked for here. And the Sony Sugar side have a corner. The Sony Sugar side have a corner.
You must admit that was some very good defending right there, because at the byline, any cutback could almost work as a sure goal.
It should work against you. But the kind of defending I'm seeing there from Lennox Ogutu was actually taken out of a textbook. When it's good, we say it's good. Jersey number 15 coming to play the corner, lobs it in. Nothing to write home about. Will they get another corner? No, it's a throw this time. It is a throw this time. I hope they also throwers here. Samuel Olare throws a weak one. Mathare come out in numbers, trying very much at least to get to the counter attack, but the passing is not very convincing. They lose the ball in the center of midfield. Sony Sugar beginning to ask questions of Mathare. And definitely another player goes down. And
we're seeing too much of that bit, aren't we?
There is too much acting here. The Mathare United bench,
of course, want to take a quick opportunity to call up the players and give them a few more instructions.
Of course. But sometimes too much instructions too much instruction sometimes works against you.
Remember, it's in those crucial minutes where
you can imagine what Coach Kimanzi is thinking.
Where probably the team that scores wins the game.
Especially
so you want to
in
change
such moments when there is no time left.
Yeah, so you want to change tact quickly, work on the opportunities available to actually get that winning goal.
We are going to see Mathare United try to create more chances here. They lose the ball in the midfield once more. And they enter with jersey number 15 inside the box. But referee Omweno says there was an offside.
Well, I think the hands were up way too early. The call came in a bit too late.
Yes, because there were actually very many hands up very early. It was Justin Monda. Let us see What happens in the center of midfield there? Mathare United losing out most of these balls at the center of the park. And we shall know who wins the supremacy battle in the center of midfield there. Mathare United beginning to string passes together. Kimanzi talking to his team. A long one, looking for Wino. And most definitely couldn't control that one. And it goes begging for a goal kick. There has to be some urgency coming from both teams now that the game is almost over.
Well, you'd expect to see that, like it was the case in the last game, where you could see the urgency, teams pushing between Mathare and Ulinzi to get that winning goal. But then here, the pace is still a bit low. You're not seeing too much of that, as much as the both sides want to actually
in fact,
pick a win.
as much as we would expect of this time. Because if without a goal, time is running out. Sometimes, in most teams, oh, that was painful. That was definitely painful. With most coaches, you would expect them to throw caution to the wind and go attack.
Of course, that's what you do. Late minutes, late goals, always make a very sweet wins.
Of course, late goals definitely make very sweet wins. 81st minute on the cards. Mathare United 0, Sony Sugar 0. 81 minutes on the cards. Mathare United 0, Sony Sugar 0. Goalkeeper Omondi Kevin today has been the guy without any sense of urgency. That was good football. Let us hope the cross comes in. Definitely very late. But at least we are seeing both teams playing football going forward.
Well, yes, very good run on the wing. Delivery, I must say, was quite poor.
Yeah, you know, these are the new legs here, we can call them. Nyakea Cliff. Definitely leaving a defender for dead, but not being able to cross the ball into the danger area. And that is the most important place to put the ball right now.
Yes, especially when you're looking for goals. You've not won since April. You'd expect that it could have been better so that you deal with it and try and get that goal.
Definitely, and there he is again, Nyakea. Wearing jersey number 11 for Mathare United. It is now dangerous, but the goalkeeper, Opio Lewis, is out of his line to save the day for Mathare. It's a team that has produced some of the biggest names in Kenyan football. That is not called a miss. What do you call that in English? Of course, I wouldn't call it a miss. It's more than that.
It goes back to my word, miscued.
Miscued. I think that
a bit comical.
It has been the keyword in this commentary. Miscued. It has not been easy for either side. But going by how things are happening here, these teams look like they will settle. Jersey number 4 from Sugar, Abdallah Hamis, the new boy. He misses both the leg and the ball, wearing jersey number 4. Playing very good football, Joseph Omweri. Hamis Abdallah to goalkeeper Luis Opio. Good football being displayed. But the pinnacle of a good game is a good goal. Will we see goals here?
Well, will we? I think that's what everyone is waiting for. Everyone who's watching this game
most definitely
is looking out for goals. Remember, Mathare coming to this game, 2 straight games, 2 0-0 draws, no goals. Sony Sugar beaten by Homeboys 1-0. So they didn't have a goal in their last league game. So it's been combined 4 straight games for either side without scoring goals. And I think we'd expect to see that that trend changes.
Chris Ochieng is out. Chris Ochieng is out, and we have John Mwangi in. John Mwangi comes in place of Chris Ochieng. John Mwangi comes in the place of Chris Ochieng for Mathare United. With 5 minutes remaining, it is most definitely one of the most controversial decisions I'm waiting to see in this game. Alone with the keeper, was he the last man? This could produce one of the most dangerous cards here for goalkeeper Luis Opio.
Well, I think there's no doubt he was the last man.
If he was the last man, then Omweno is
then
holding
the
most dangerous card here. He is holding the most dangerous card because Yema Mwanaguelo alone with goalkeeper Luis Opio most definitely fouled. I can see Wycliffe Kasaya trying to pull up his socks to get in. So your guess is as good as mine, but we are yet to confirm. We are yet to confirm from the referee himself. Sometimes I fear becoming a goalkeeper because most of the time you are substituted
when you least expect it.
And oh yes, it is now confirmed. It is now confirmed. Luis Opio. Luis Opio is red carded in this one for a foul on Yema Mwama. Yema Mwama is fouled by goalkeeper Luis Opio, and he has to go to shower early, or rather earlier than the rest of the players.
Well, as expected, because the rules say you are the last man with such a challenge.
The minute I saw that tackle, I said, I hope.
And well, you have to remember that Mwawa came on in the second half. He was Salim Babu's trump card.
Most definitely.
And you can see, so it will be interesting to see that. But also remember, Peter, that Mathare actually quite lucky because they've only done 2 substitutions. You can imagine, had they made 3, what would have happened? We'd have to get an on-field player to go and tend goal for the remaining 3 or so minutes.
Okay. Who goes out? And in comes goalkeeper Wycliffe Kasaya. Goalkeeper Wycliffe Kasaya comes in. It is not easy for any keeper, but he's lucky. He's not coming to save a penalty in the first. At least it's a free kick. It was way outside at the penalty area. Let us see what happens. Wycliffe Kasaya. You know, most of the time when goalkeepers are substituted, the incoming goalkeeper always faces a penalty immediately. This one is a bit lucky. He'll play with 10 men for a few minutes at least. You can see Ademba with the free kick, way above.
Not the kind that will trouble anyone.
It wouldn't trouble anyone, even if there were no goalkeepers. That one was way off target. Quickly for the Ambo Kasaya. Coming in. And there he is with his first kick of the game.
So I guess it's where you had expected to see him at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, now he looks like Kasaya, you know. 4 minutes of stoppages. 4 minutes of stoppage time has been added on. I believe it is because of the many fouls.
Oh yes, true.
And many time wastages.
There have been a lot of stoppages in the second half.
Especially in this second half, they've been acting too much. Apart from Abege George, whose case I think was genuine. The rest are just sympathy-seeking gestures. We are now looking at the +4. Still no threat on either side, but definitely Yamagwe was beating goalkeeper Opio Lewis, and he decided to take one for the team as the ball is brought across goal, and the shot comes in. Nothing to trouble Kasaya.
Well, good attempt, unfortunately off target. Good in trouble.
Of course, precision has been a problem for most players, but when they begin to get it right, I think the SportPesa Premier League will be on fire. Goals will be coming from left, right and center. We have played 1.5 of the 4. And now Mathare United on the ascendancy. Let us see what they can do with 2 minutes to go. Sony Sugar on the defensive. Somebody once told me it's always a lot of fun traveling and then winning, because the journey home becomes very long if you lost.
What did they tell you about a draw? I'd like to hear that bit.
We are not there yet. Maybe they're going to
we are not there yet. With the possibility we are there yet.
Next time I see them,
I think you may want to ask them, because I also like to know. But I think, well, coming from a defeat in your last game, and traveling away, especially this far distance, picking a draw,
at least
would
a
not
point.
Be too bad.
It's not too bad for Sony Sugar. In fact, Mathare need the win more than Sony. And referee Omweno telling the players to take it easy. Telling the players to take it easy. Let us see what happens. Mwaura there. Mwaura Daniel with a free kick into the box. Let's see whether Mathare can pull a last gasp effort. They get a corner, and this will definitely be the last corner of the game.
Well, yes, this is good pressure towards the end of the game. Probably one of the last few opportunities that you have. It will be good to see what comes out of it.
Oh, are they lucky enough, Mathare United, having... Oh, he takes it short, Maura. He takes it short. Can they get a cross in? Yes, they get a cross in. Nothing to write home about.
Well, nothing, and I think
and it was
that was the final play of the game.
The last kick of the game. Referee Omweno decides it's all over, and these teams will most definitely leave the pitch in the same positions they came.
Yes, true. One added point takes Mathare to 12. Not enough for them to leap out of 18th place. For Sony, still remain 13th with 16 points. They've added 1, so they go to 17 and they retain 13th place.
We are talking about 13 and 18 places for teams that would normally very easily be in the Super 8.
Actually, interestingly for you, Peter, is that if you look back in 2008, at some point in the season, the only 2 teams that took off and left everyone behind was Sony and Mathare.
Of course.
And Sony
Mathare won it.
Won it, and Sony came second. And right now you're seeing that they're on the lower side of the table. Mathare, I think, as you spoke earlier on, that they're in very unfamiliar places.
Most definitely, those two teams are teams that, as far back as 2008, they were the top two. They were the top two clubs in the country.
Well, yes, they were. Some of the highlights very interesting. I love the part of the siblings
rivalry, siblings war.
Frederick and Crispin trying to take on each other.
That was the most clear chance there. That was very good defending.
He's trouble, isn't he, Mwawa?
Mwawa is a lot of trouble.
He's a lot of trouble, and I think he came and changed the pace of the game. And I think that was I think that was a card that we're looking out for from Salim Babu.
Yes, it only. So it ends here at Ruaraka. Mathare United 0, Sony Sugar 0.
Sawa. Okay.
Coach, 0-0 draw, mechi imekuwa vipi?
Mechi imekuwa ngumu juu ukiangalia vile tulianza polepole kufika dakika kama 20-30 tulikuwa tunaingia kwa game mpaka ndio kupata game kwa ngumu. Lakini hata sio hata point moja pia tunashukuru Mungu kwa sababu pia kupata point moja away pia inakuwa pia serious. Sasa hata point moja ni plus kwetu pia, nafikiri tukitoka hapa tukirudi game Bandari nafikiri tunaenda kupata hizo points 3.
Je, kwa game next utachange vitu gani ambazo leo maybe vijana wako hawakufanya?
Nafikiri vitu ndogo peke yake. Ukiangalia tulikuwa slow kidogo kubuild na slow pia kutoka kwa afu yetu. Hizo ndio tutakuwa kinazo peke yake, na ukiangalia vile tumecheza si mbaya sana in terms of defending, ilikuwa poa, lakini ku attack ile kujoin ndio ilikuwa slow pia kidogo. Nashukuru sana, asante.
Coach Salim.
Draw, what do you make of the game?
I think a little bit unlucky because I think we had a better game. We had better opportunities. I think we controlled the game well, but again, it even gets better if you manage to at least to get something in the net. Yeah, but I think I'm satisfied with the way they execute everything. They show some good intention. They show some passion that they want to win, and it's always smart to have a team that wants to do something. So I'm happy because of our position and the position of Sony that you could see a huge difference that we play a different game from a team that is even a little bit more points and higher than us. But I'm very happy with the performance anyway, especially with also the new players that we acquired in the mid-season. Yeah.
You lost a player. What do you make of the red card, and maybe what will you change in the next game?
I think the red card, as a player from that position with the situation and the time, I don't think he had any other choice. That was the only choice that he was left with, the last choice. And we knew it was a direct dismissal. But I think that's a game that we can say, yeah, sometimes you want your players, all of them, to be on the pitch. But I think for today, he won a point for us. He won a point for us. That is different from being careless.
In terms of strategy, what will you change in the next game?
I think we only need to polish more in terms of the offensive play. If we polish more on that, I think we are very comfortable coming out from the back. But then we have to be more comfortable and more composed, in front of the goal. If we can really get that in the next 2-3 fixtures, I think we'll change the tables.
Thank you.
Santi.